hold up. You won't believe what's going down in the world of baseball today. If you're a Mets fan, a Blue Jays fan, or just a fan of drama, you need to know what's happening with Pete Alonso. Fearful face collision. Yup, you guessed it, folks. The biggest slugger in New York might just be packing his bags and moving north of the border. And I'm not talking about just a trade. No, I'm talking about free agency. So, what's the latest? Is Pete Alonso about to switch teams? Is he going to be a Toronto Blue Jay? Let's break it down. Alright, let's start with the basics. Our man Pete Alonso, who has been absolutely crushing it for the New York Mets, is reportedly deep into talks with the Toronto Blue Jays. And, according to SNY-MLB insider Andy Martino, these talks? Yeah, they're advancing. But, what does that actually mean? Martino said they're at the 10-yard line, metaphorically speaking, which, let's be real, sounds dramatic, right? Picture a game-winning touchdown is just one play away. But, before we get too excited, those last 10 yards? They can get a little tricky. Yeah, sometimes that 10-yard line feels like the equivalent of running through a field of marshmallows. It's like, you're so close to the end zone. But then boom, a whole lot of obstacles show up. So don't pop the champagne just yet. But, things are looking good for Alonso and the Jays. Now, here's where it gets real interesting. Martino also mentioned that the Mets' offer to Alonso was around $68 minus $70 million. Yup, that's right. But, apparently, there was some drama with deferred money, aka, the Mets might have been playing some sneaky games with their offer. Maybe trying to spread those payments out a little? Who knows? Anyway, long story short, Alonso turned that down. And that $70 million, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly what it seemed. So, why is Pete leaving the Mets? Or, more importantly, why is he even looking around at other teams? Simple answer, a lot of money on the table. But before we start ordering Pete Alonso Blue Jays jerseys, there's something you should know. The Blue Jays are already deep in their own financial web. They just signed Anthony Santander to a 5-year deal. Worth a pretty penny, by the way. And, oh yeah, they're also trying to extend Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who, is one of the best young talents in the game right now. So, does that mean the Jays are fully committed to Pete? Or could they be holding their cards close to the vest? Here's the twist, folks. Toronto's management has some decisions to make. Their big money guys like Guerrero and Santander are already locked in. So, how much room do they have to bring in a big name like Alonso without seriously hurting their budget? And are they willing to give Pete the cash he thinks he deserves? That's the million-dollar question. And let's be real for a second, Pete Alonso is not just any player. We're talking about a dude who's cracked more home runs than your favorite superhero's catchphrase. A guy who has the potential to turn the Jays lineup into a complete powerhouse. Toronto, meet your new cleanup hitter, possibly. Maybe. If all these hurdles can be jumped. So, is Pete Alonso really going to be a Blue Jay? And should the Mets fans be absolutely panicking right now? Let's take a step back. Because there's still a lot of negotiating left. And things can shift faster than a fastball on a 3-2 count. But keep your eyes peeled. Folks, this is a saga we might not want to miss. So, what do you think? Should the Blue Jays pull the trigger and bring Pete Alonso into their squad for the next big era of baseball? Or should the Mets just keep their guy and sweeten the deal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk. Alright, that's all for today's video. If you want to stay updated on all the wild free agency buzz, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the hottest MLB gossip. We're covering it all, from trades to home runs, to big money deals and all the drama you can handle. Catch you next time. Baseball Collision.